booking, right? And shopping. In shopping, as well as it is like Grofers and everything, you can like buy anything in the platform, online platform that you exactly what you want. And in the food industries, before you want to go, if you want a like peace place, like before you want a good food, you have to go into restaurants, you want to sit there, you want to order it, you want to travel from the place, and a lot of things like that. Nowadays, by sitting in a house, you can like book your food that what you want, and you can have it is called disruption means disturbing the things which is like older generation business. And the media as well, as nowadays many people stop seeing TVs, the general TVs and everything, changing the channels and a lot of things. Nowadays the thing that Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter and all these things have given the thing that what exactly the people want to see, they can see into directly into the media, Facebook and all these things, social media. And there are a lot of startup materials that is available, and startup things that is initiated by government, so a young entrepreneur can start it. We will have a later discussion with that. There are many points to discuss around it. We will have it later. First, what is called startup? So as in a normal general business, if you are starting a business, that is called business starting. And what is startup then? There is a two different thing in which I will read it out. Private limited company or the registered partnership firm, which is less than 5 years, is called startup because it has just started and it is going through the process. And the annual turnover of the company should be less than 25 crores is called startups. And then the startups that the business that we can't join in startup is splitting up of business already in extinction. Like before, we have a business and that business is divided into two parts that we can't say as a startup. Okay, fine. These are the simple things that what gives us a startup means. And these are the points that the government is giving us a lot of facilities, a lot of connections to convert, like we start a new business with the startup. Is this for the young entrepreneurs? We will discuss it about later. And now, business startup. See that I have told you already. The business is different from the startup, and the entrepreneur is different from the businessman. So, for example, in a clear way, I can tell you this is Big Bazaar, this is Flipkart. Both are doing the same process, both are giving the groceries, all the materials that we want. But the difference between two is this Big Bazaar is a business where they have 350 stores and located in 100 cities, and they are like physically giving the products to everyone. And the though all having all the steps, all these years, their valuation is only 2,000 crore rupees, and it is founded in 2001. Big Bazaar, as we know that Big Bazaar is no more; it has been closed because, like, this is also for example that the old business will never flourish hereafter. Like Flipkart, if you see Flipkart, Flipkart has only 6 warehouses, zero stores. Flipkart don't have any stores like Big Bazaar or DMart or anything. They don't have any stores. They have only warehouses. But you see the value difference between the Big Bazaar and the Flipkart. The Flipkart valuation is 98,000 crores, and it is founded in 2007, which means after 6 years, the when Big Bazaar started, after 6 years, the Flipkart started, but it has gone through a very big difference between the valuation of Big Bazaar and valuation of Flipkart. Right? This is called startup, and this is called the ordinary general business model. What they have did is nothing. They have initiated a technology that is called entrepreneur. That is what entrepreneur do. They initiate a technology. They find a new path to success the business, like converting the basic business into a new generation model. That's it. Same as well as if we get the examples of Meru. Many have heard this Meru, but nowadays it's going very low down. Meru, they have 12,000 cab, they have purchased it. So you can think that how much money they have spent on purchasing each and every car, because the car which they purchase is minimum that will be 2 to 3 lakhs rupees. The company valuation is only $120 million. But if you see Uber, Uber is the very biggest platform, not only in India, it's worldwide. It is the biggest platform than Ola, right? So the Uber, which is the very biggest platform for the cab services, does not have a single cab with them. That is the beauty of technology. That is the beauty of transforming into a new age business, right? They don't have a single cap, but they are running a very big company. The company valuation, just you can see it is $62.5 billion, not million, it's $1 billion, right? And it is founded only in 2009. And Meru and all this normal taxi services that are there started before 1990. So India is a young country where 35 percentage of Indian population are youngsters. So that's why we are concentrating on youngsters to develop the thing into a different way, a different journey, the local business into a new generation innovation business, right? So these are the best startups in India. As you can see the screen, these are the very best startups, and you can see the age. What the age of the people that they have started? Just 21, 22, 31, 35, 37. Before, by like before 2000, there was a business. The person we can hear that he is very small to start a business. He can't handle the business. Like they will be saying each other. But nowadays, there is no age limit to have a startup business. So in the age of 21, Oyo has flourished a very big thing. And Ola, all Flipkarts, you can see they have not even crossed 40. They are all youngsters who started this. This shows that young peoples are more innovative and young peoples are more knowledgeable. So we can transfer the things into a new model generation thing, right? And then before we have a path where if you want to start a business or if you want to do something, you have to go and study that part. You have to go for study an MBA. You have to go and study like the business models that we have. Nowadays it's totally different. Go out of your domain. Like if you are like studying engineering, if you are studying arts, or if you are studying anything else, you can start anything from your aspect. For example, see the Flipkart owner, that Flipkart is not even like it is not even engineering based services. It's a purely customer service and it is based upon app. So that engineer has developed that. And Alibaba.com, everyone knows about Ali Jack Ma. So he is not even like a very big a very big graduate or anything. He's just a teacher who just started Alibaba.com, and as well as Oyo. He is a college dropout. He is not even completed the Ritesh Agarwal not even completed the college. He just dropped out of the college and started the company called Oyo, and you all know about it. Same as Book My Show, MBA. Being Human, it's a clothing brand which is started by Salman Khan and paid team as well as engineer. So here we can understand that your domain will not judge your future. You can go into any aspect, you can go any field to develop yourself and develop an innovation that you have. For example, the case study we have that India Filing. Who found the IndiaFiling.com? He is not a CA, he is not an advocate, he is nothing. He is just a master degree in airlines management. So, is there any link between airlines and India Filing? India Filing deals with the filing of companies. They help to file companies, how to deal with the company's structures and the financial structures, all the aspects, and to register the thing in our government service and another country government services. So he is airline management. Like he did in airline management, it has no link between the India filing of your company. But he started and is going very well right now. So essential elements, as we said, that essential elements of success. This is a very important point. Just to now till now, I have given the startup like details and definitions, what a startup, all this thing. Hereafter, I'm going to tell about the essential elements that we need to give a successful startup to into a very big venture, right? So first one, idea. The idea is very important for a startup. See, we can start anything. Like you can start, go and have a small shop or go and have anything, but you have to give an innovation in that one. So that innovate will develop that idea into another form. That is called a pure startup. That is called an entrepreneur. That differs us from the businessman and businessman into entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is who will start a business, but he will bring some innovation into it to develop the business into a very next segment. So the idea is very important in the success of a business. It should give a value for you and it should give a value for the services that you give. And it's very important, it should give value for the customers that you have. The second point, the essential element is the team. See, nowadays, getting a team is a very big task. You can't get a team as well as you think. So the team has to be like, if like the co-founder and the founder, these two people has to be very close to each other. It's like in a simple way they call us a husband and wife. They have to like think in the same manner, think in the same thing that their company has to be developed. And after that, that the team members that you get, that is very important because if you have a good idea, you have money and whatever it is, but if your team is not good and if your team is not that much successful in the things, then the process or the business will not get into the bigger matter. So next is business model. Here I said that idea has to convert into a business model. So anyone can have an idea, but that idea has to convert it into a business model. The plans, the money analyzation, the customer that you exactly where you have to pitch. Because if you are like creating a product or giving a services, that is relevant to the customers that you are pitching, then there is no use of having it. So first you have to take part in that aspect, analyze your customer, analyze your thing, and then you have to start it. So business model is very important. Create a model as well as like where you have to pitch, where you have to get the money, where you have to go to process, and where you get the things right so you can have a successful business in the future. And the fourth one is very important, funding. As well as we can talk anything in the first blah blah blah, but the main thing is funding, and because everything is run on the funding, it has to be a very good successful model. And funding you can divide into two parts: working capital and investing capital. So the first investment capital, you have to invest on the things that what you have started. For example, if you are like hotel, a simple example I will tell you. If you are starting a hotel, you want to invest on the products like the interior design and the whatever it is. Like the rent, if it is a rented property, then go for rent and the interior designing and the table, chairs. That is for investment. So and another part